That's the Big Dipper over there.
Yellow and blue make green.
Well, a cow pie really isn't a pie.
Come on, Riff! Open your eyes!
Remember, you're always teaching. Teach carefully. React with rage, and kids will learn it's okay to do the same. Keep your cool, and kids will do likewise. For advice, visit actagainstviolence.org. Brought to you by MetLife Foundation, National Association for the Education of Young Children, and the Ad Council.
Hello, son. I'm Dean Rubin from college. Here to invite you to join us this fall.
Me?
You've always wanted to go to college, correct?
Yeah.
Well, here's that invitation you've been waiting for.
Joey, out of bed!
Wake up. You can't dream your way into college. There are actual steps you need to take. For all the steps, visit knowhowtogo.org. Brought to you by the American Council on Education, Lumina Foundation for Education, and the Ad Council.
So it's a final here at the Alex G. Spano Center. Jeff Dominic here for the post-game wrap-up between the BYU Cougars and the University of Pacific Tigers. Tigers fall tonight here 68-55, and it was a tough matchup for those Tigers. I want to thank Paul Meiskens for being on the call while I was attending other duties here at the Alex G. Spano Center. 68-55. Broadhead and Purcell seemed to pretty much take over this game for BYU as they scored 20 and 16 respectively. Gianna Ulu Summers did chime in with 10, but no other Tigers in double digits. So they really were pretty much dominated throughout this matchup. Only 18 turnovers, which was a definite pleasant surprise for the Pacific Tigers. And as we have head coach Bradley Davis on his way over here, and he will chime in real quick about tonight's matchup. We won't take too much as it's pretty much beating a dead horse at this point. It was a definite difficult matchup, and there are a lot of positives to take away, not just from this game, but for what's going on over the West Coast Conference. Head coach Bradley Davis is kind enough to join us right now. Coach, thank you for taking a few moments. And you can't hear nothing?
Nope.
I can hear you. How about now? Nothing? Oh, turn it up. There you go. Okay. Apologize about that. I wasn't ready at the moment. But Coach, not what you wanted to expect. But if I was to tell you that you go 1-1 against Gonzaga and BYU, you have to be at least somewhat happy about that. Not the way that game turned out, though.
Yeah, no, that's it felt like we had some tired legs out there, and mostly just a little bit of emotional fatigue. But you got to give BYU a lot of credit. They kept us out of the paint, and they did a good job of turning us over. We didn't get the steals that we normally get, and they did a good job of executing and not falling into our game plan. They did a good job of that. So yeah, if you were to tell me we'd be 3-1 at the end of these first 2 weeks, I probably would have taken it. And so we will regroup, use the day off to kind of rest up and get ready to go again next week.
It seemed like BYU just kind of went right out the gates, was pretty much trying to do what they can. It was a 19-19 game after the first quarter, but after that it seemed like the BYU Cougars were able to settle down and get into their kind of game plan. What can you take away from the game? What are you going to tell these girls after in the locker room for the Tigers to keep it positive?
Yeah, we needed a few things to go our way. We needed a little bit more scoring punch from our starters than we got, and Desire was a little under the weather today, and I think that showed. But we do need that scoring punch from our starters. We have to stay positive. There are a lot of things that we're doing well right now. BYU made us do some things that made us look pretty bad as well. You got to give them credit for that. And we'll keep our heads up and get ready to attack the next team.
The next team is coming up here fairly soon, and it's on the road as we're talking right now, and it's it goes on the road, and it's Pepperdine. So Pepperdine, you haven't had a chance to look at them yet, but no, Pepperdine is no slouch when it comes to WCC, but they are having their own struggles as well. But you got to be ready for them on Thursday.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of their games just because we played Gonzaga right after they played them, and you just kind of watch as you go, and so we know we're going to expect a little bit of zone, and we know a little bit what they do, and the last time we saw them, we didn't like it too much. So we'll look forward to getting up to go down there to Malibu and play another game.
Last time I remember, if I'm not mistaken, Pepperdine was in Orleans Arena, right?
Yes, they were.
So, looking forward to hopefully getting a rebound off that and rebounding off this game. But there's 3-1 in conference is something to very much be proud of, and good luck against Pepperdine coming up on Thursday.
Yeah, the conference doesn't slow down though, so we gotta keep it going. But thank you so much.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. That was head coach Bradley Davis, kind enough to join us for the rest of the weekend, and we get ready to watch out for this weather that's coming in over here at not only in the Stockton area, but the 209 area. We will also kind of go ahead and step aside as well. So that was, once again, head coach Bradley Davis, kind enough to join us real quick on the post-game wrap-up for the Pacific Tigers. Mark, you gonna chime in here real quick on what you saw? It was. You can. Come on, Mark. I know you weren't pleasantly happy with what happened today, and anyways, but yeah, it was not a pleasant game, and it was, head coach Bradley Davis is not shying away from what's going on right now. But if you are, there are a lot of positives coming out of this, and BYU, we knew that coming into this game, a lot of emotion was going to be taking place here. So we will. Our next broadcast will be next Saturday, a week from today, as we welcome in the San Francisco Dons. Game time is at 2 o'clock, which means the pregame show will be at 1:45. I want to thank everybody that was involved today. Of course, Paul Meiskens was on the call as I was attending other duties, as well as so was Mr. DJ JOD. Mark Itleong was attending camera. So, but once again, thank you all very much for this. And Paul Meiskens, once again, congratulations to him. He actually had an opportunity, something he's never done before, which is called women's basketball. So, but for the entire athletic department, the entire communications department, the station manager, Graham Carpenter, Mr. DJ JOD, Mark Itleong, I'm Jeff Dominic saying, have a great night, everyone. Until next week. This has been Pacific Tiger Basketball on the Pacific Tiger Radio Network, 91.9 FM.
Ever think of light bulbs as being cool? They are if you choose energy-efficient bulbs and fixtures that have earned the government's Energy Star label. They're so hot, they're cool. Because they burn cool and last up to 10 times longer, you save money and oodles of energy. Change a light, help the environment. Save some green. The solution is as close as your nearest lamp socket. Brighten your environmental future.